Hello everyone, it's Dr. Kerry Yerkew, and welcome to today's webinar called The Business of Healthcare and Your Office. Thank you for joining us today, and we're going to cover some very important topics on how a health professional can run a better business today. My name is Dr. Kerry Yerkew, and I started True North Practice Management to help health professionals with their business. I have 25 years of practice experience myself. I've developed business skills with the help of mentors and coaches, as well as experience along the way, some trials and error. And at this point in my career, I wanted to give back and help young professionals that want to grow their practice, want to do better, and learn about the business side. Often as health professionals, we don't have a lot of training. We're not taught that in school. So health professionals can make a number of mistakes along the way. And we want to cover some of those mistakes today and how they can do better. So today we will cover how to run a profitable business, how to hire the best employees, how to stay healthy and productive in your business, and how to stay true to why you became a health professional in the first place. So first we want to cover how to run a profitable business. And to run a profitable business, the first thing is you need new patients and clients. So when you're first starting out, or if you're growing a practice, you need the new patients because the new clients are going to grow the growth. They're going to come back for repeat services. They're going to buy your products, and ultimately they're going to be a boost to your business. The other thing is patients that come in and get the results they're looking for are going to refer others. So you're going to get a compounding effect from new patients and new clients coming into your business. That'll increase the patient flow, which will increase the billings. You have to do a good job of collecting on those billings, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. You want to manage your expenses. Often, as health professionals grow, they focus on the top four, but they forget to refocus on the expenses. And I like to work with my clients on a monthly basis to go over their expenses, make sure they're kept in check. Ultimately, that'll lead to better cash flow and then investment, whether it's reinvestment in your business, investment in some property, so you can own some commercial property, or maybe it's a home or other types of investments like equities or cryptocurrencies. So let's talk about new patients. The way to get new patients when you're first starting out is by marketing and then referrals. So we want to have systems in place to do good marketing for you on social media, but also to get referrals. Ways to encourage patients to refer, to leave reviews for you. So this is a very important step to run a profitable business. Then for the patient flow, we want to make sure you have a good schedule in your clinic so that there's efficiencies. The hours are separated so that your staff knows when to book patients. Maybe examinations are at a certain time and regular visits at another time. So we want to book these into blocks of time for you to be efficient. For billing, we want to make sure the right codes are being used, either the patient's paying for the services or insurance companies. We want to make sure the products are properly being billed for. And then we want to make sure that there's follow-up for services, so the scheduling is being done properly for follow-up visits. Then for collections, either at the time of service, the patient's going to be paying, and there's efficient ways to do that, whether it's a credit card on file or training your staff. And then third party, like insurance companies you might be dealing with, we want to make sure those systems are efficient too. For expenses, we want to see if there's ways to lower your costs. Lowering your costs could be through buying in bulk, could be changing suppliers, it could be reevaluating what's necessary in your practice. So we want to look at expenses on a monthly basis and make sure we're getting the bookkeeper to give us reports as quickly as possible so we can make good decisions. For cash flow, we want to go cash flow positive as quickly as possible. We want to start repaying debt and we want to start saving. And those savings are going to be applied to things like investments in your business, expanding your business, your property, maybe multiple locations, and other types of assets. So most doctors and therapists are good at what they do. They're experts at treating patients, but they don't know how to run a business. So this requires knowledge and skills. It requires time and it requires patience. And a coach or a consultant like True North, we can help you to grow your business faster and shorten that learning curve and be a guide for you. And I certainly benefited from having consultants and coaches along the way. And at this point in my career, it's time for me to help others with the same type of knowledge and experience. I had a staffing agency early in my career, and this was called Locum Services. It started from when I was doing locums, and then I started to get double booked. And as I got double booked, I needed to hire other professionals to help me. So that turned into a locum service, and it really grew large, where I had a number of professionals in different types of services, in chiropractic, in dental, in medical. And we at one point had over 100 people on our payroll, and I eventually sold that business to one of my employees. But during this process of developing a staffing agency, I learned a lot about hiring people and what's a good fit for an office. So I'm just going to share some of these tips on the process with you today. And then if you need more help, certainly I'll give you an opportunity at the end of the webinar to book an initial consultation with us. So how to hire the best employees? Well, first you want to define why you need help and how it's going to serve the greater good, how it's going to serve your patients, your community, how it's going to serve your staff, and how it's going to help you. So first we want to look at your systems, make sure they're efficient, and then we want to scale that by hiring staff to help. We want to run a specific ad on social media. Facebook is great for this, to get people to apply. We want to screen the applicants and then schedule an interview. And the interview can be done online or in the office, whichever you prefer. Then we want to follow up on the most successful interviews, include your existing team members in the process. We want to make sure it's a really good fit. And that could be a second interview or even a third interview. We want to review the terms and conditions with the prospective employee, make sure there's an agreement. And then once they're hired, we want to provide the proper training so they stay with the team, they're productive, and they're with us for a long period of time. So the next topic today I wanted to go over is how to stay healthy and productive in your business. And as you get busier, the focus tends to be on serving the patients and keeping up with the pace, but it's too easy to get off focus with your own health or your own well-being. And sometimes you neglect training your staff, having staff meetings, maybe start to, your relationships suffer outside of the office with family and friends. So you can get really off balance. And I've seen this too many times for health professionals, and that's why I bring it up at this webinar. So you get busy, sometimes the expenses aren't in check, they start to get out of control, and they can affect the bottom line. Sometimes the health professional, their health suffers from the stress of running a business and being the professional. So we know that you're the generator, you're the one who's providing the services, and then you're recommending the products. We want to make sure the health professionals stay healthy and the team is productive and healthy and happy. So we really want to put measures in place to help you. And the best way is first to get a mentor. You can hire us, we'll be a mentor for you, and then we'll help to keep you on track. We're going to look at your schedule with you, make sure you're doing things that keep you well balanced in the office and outside the office. We're going to look at routines, habits, priorities, and set goals. So really we want to see our clients achieving their dreams and their goals, and we want to make sure there's systems and methods in place for you to do that. And last, how to stay true to why you became a health professional in the first place. So why did you become a health professional? Most health professionals had a personal experience early in their life, or maybe as a teenager, either with a health professional that helped them or a loved one, and they decided they wanted to be a health professional like that doctor or therapist that really helped. And most health professionals, their mission is to change and save lives. So that's why we're health professionals. We want to have a certain type of lifestyle, and that attracts us to being a health professional. The income attracts us to becoming a professional, and for some of us, it's the prestige. So really, it's a combination of factors, but I would say number one, it's to change and save lives. So what is your dream? Are you living your dream, being a health professional? Are you still connected to your true north? And if not, what does it take to get you refocused on that true north? And are you living your best life as a health professional? So I think every health professional needs some coaching and some mentorship, because it's hard to do this on your own. If you're interested in our service, then you can contact us. And in the US, our phone number is 917-310-1433, or in Canada, 250-486-0062. We'll set up an initial consultation. I'll put a link below where you can get $50 off your initial consultation. When we do the initial consultation, we're going to ask you some questions on a form and discuss those on our call, and then we're going to schedule a follow-up. If it's going to be a good fit for you and you think our service would be valuable to you in your office, then we'll set up a follow-up, and usually we'll do 13 weeks or 13 sessions over 13 weeks, and then we'll reevaluate. How far have you come during that time? Have you achieved your goals? And what's the next step? It might be another block of 13 weeks. It might be 13 sessions spaced out a little further over 26 weeks, every second week. So basically we work on a one-on-one basis with certain clients. And then we do have webinars, and the webinars are free, like this one on Saturdays, and paid webinars. We try to alternate between free and paid webinars. And you can go to our Eventbrite page. Again, the link will be below, and you can click on that link and go to our Eventbrite page where we're going to have the free and paid webinars, but we're also going to give you an opportunity to get an initial coaching session as well. In the future, we do have some plans to get a mastermind group together, but it's early in the process for us right now. So again, if you're interested in joining us, please sign up for future webinars, as well as for an initial consultation where we can help you with your practice. Thank you for joining me today, and we hope to see you on a webinar soon and on an initial consultation.